Welcome to this episode of A Real Change TV. Hey, it's Sandy Krakowski. I'm so excited to talk to you today because we have a special episode where I'm actually going to read your questions that have just come in on my Facebook page within the last half hour. I'm going to do my very best to go through your questions, so pardon me if I look down, read your question, and look up. Let's just pretend like we're in my own talk show here. You're in the audience, you've sent me your questions on some kind of digital device, and I'm reading them to you. Number one, we have Felicia who says, how do you get business when you've just started your business? She says, people tend to want to deal with businesses with tenure. I totally understand what you're talking about, Felicia. I've started kitchenware businesses, vitamin businesses, marketing companies, spiritual root coaching, copywriting, etc., and we all have to start from somewhere. There's nothing wrong with telling people that you are just starting out. There's also nothing wrong with giving people special pricing because you're just starting out. However, please don't give away your services and undercut yourself. One of the things that I've recently done within the last couple months is A Real Change Media is now servicing large and small corporations. My top goal has been to service multi-billion-dollar companies. The very first company who ever signed with me, I said, this is what I've been doing for 18 years. This is what I've been doing for the last couple years with small businesses. This is where I'm going in the next 12 months, and this is the notoriety that has allowed me to be able to go there. They signed me up and said they were really glad to get in the door before they couldn't get in the door. And so honesty is always your best bet. I have Robert here who says, I live in Kansas City and Google Fiber is here, and I was wondering if there were any benefits of the location because I'm right here. You must have been reading on my Facebook page earlier, Robert, where I said that we have decided to relocate our entire company to Kansas City. And two words why, Google Fiber. Google has actually put in multiple billions of dollars into the Kansas City area, which is creating what many are referring to as the Silicon Prairie. It is my belief that we will see one of the largest tech explosions within the next 12 to 24 months right there in Kansas City. I was around when Google first launched their search engine, and I'm going to be there as Google is releasing Google Fiber, and I truly believe that part of my mandate is to be right in there in the tech revolution. The Media Mountain is where I sit, and our company is ready to serve large and small companies by being there. We will start with our first teams going over there, anywhere about 15, 20 people from my company, taking everything from virtual to a physical location in like April, May of 2014. By 2015, more than 50 to 100 of us will be there. And so, Robert, you said you were wondering if there were any benefits of the location. Absolutely. What you want to do is find a good company that you can partner with, give it with all of your heart, and start partnering. I see right here, Cassandra said, what are the first steps you took to start my business? The first step, Cassandra, and write this down, is to not start a business with something I don't know anything about. To not start a business with something that I am absolutely not passionate about. To not start a business that is not already in demand and think I'm going to create some kind of demand out of thin air. I was always looking for a unique solution that I could solve, a business that people were already looking for someone to serve them, something that I could be passionate about and serve, and I took off. Make sure that you read my book, Read Their Mind, How to Hear What the Marketplace is Saying and Build a Huge Business. It's a free download on my website. I see here Greg says I'm a new author. Any tips on marketing a book? Absolutely, Greg. A publisher is not going to take you serious if you don't have at least 100,000 people on your social media following. I'm currently working with Whitaker Press, and when they first started talking to me, I had 300,000 people. That was just 4 months ago. We're now almost at 600,000 people following us on all of our social media channels collectively. We're very excited to say that we'll be offering a pre-sale of my book in March or April of 2014. And before it goes out to the masses in bookstores all over the U.S., Canada, Australia, and the UK, they wanted one thing. Who's your following? Do you have a client base? Are they already proving that they absolutely like what you have? So my friend, I want to make sure, Greg, that you hear me. Build your platform on social media. Build a big list. Build a big following. Then a publisher will want you way more than you even want them. Alrighty. Arena says, how do you plan your days? Do you do to-do lists or planners? How do you motivate yourself daily, especially if you're feeling low? Well, here's the thing, Arena. I have only worked a couple companies where it was just me. Now, it was many, many years, but I've never really done anything absolutely alone. Number one thing that motivated me is knowing even if it was just my executive assistant, there was someone there who was depending on me to show up to work every day. One of the things that I learned a discipline for running my businesses was not only in my own home, homeschooling my kids. We've actually just graduated our last baby. Woo! And so we actually were homeschooling. We're over 23 years while I've been building businesses. The discipline to get up and to get going is the same kind of thing that was required that my kids expected of me as a mom. You can't lay in bed, lay on the couch all day in your fluffy flippers, your fluffy slippers and your bathrobe and lead your kids very well in the home. A corporate executive can't do that either. And so I put some standards on myself that if I was going to do anything, I was going to do it with all of my heart. That I had to be the one who pulled up my own bootstraps. Sometimes it was not going to feel good. Many of you know I've been through multiple illnesses. I've been through multiple devastations, financial success and financial loss. But when push comes to shove, how do I stay motivated? Is to have a deep relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. God is the one who motivates me daily. And then number two, build a company. Whether there's only one or two of you, have someone who's working with you because it's someone who's going to hold you accountable. They're waiting for you to show up, and it's a whole lot easier to get motivated when you know somebody's waiting for you. I see here, got a couple authors. I see Jennifer says, I run a nonprofit to benefit orphans in Haiti. What is the best way to kickstart a fundraiser and promote on social media, yet we are small with zero budget? Well, first of all, Jennifer, just because you're a nonprofit doesn't mean you're going to not have to put money in there. Your thing as a nonprofit is that you're not supposed to be making profit in all of the services that you would give towards orphans. But anything that's going to succeed is going to take marketing. Whether you're marketing a prayer house, you're marketing a movement, you're marketing helping with orphans. I'll tell you what, some of the biggest charities that I work with, they have incredible direct response marketing. And here's the thing, let me pop your bubble, let me help you to realize it's no different than what you do in business. I was recently speaking with IHOP Kansas City, over 150 of their leaders. They hired me for a VIP day, and I came in as a business consultant, and I told them, it's all in your head. It's no different. Whether you're selling CDs that are revolutionizing people's lives, you're selling a big event that's going to change people's lives, whether you're trying to solicit funds for orphans, whether you're trying to raise donations for a boys club, all of which I've done as a copywriter, as a marketer, and as someone who's passionate about changing the world, you have to direct people with what they want, not what you want. You have to stop begging people for donations and telling them about all your needs and your zero budget and how you can't do this and you can't do that, and I hope you'll give your heart to this. What's in it for me still works with nonprofits. And so when I'm donating finances to be able to pay for an adoption, which I love to do, I'm donating money to dig a well so someone can have clean water, which I love to do. I'm donating money to build a school or a village house, which I've done, to rescue boys and girls out of human trafficking. What's in it for me? One of the biggest things is feeling like I belong to something that's bigger than just myself. Feeling like what I'm doing day in and day out, that is not all there is. There's something way over there across the globe that I can sow $10 or $10,000 or $100,000 into, and I can make an impact. That me, one person, can make a difference in one person's life to change it forever. So it's really important, Jennifer. What's in it for them? What do they get out of this? Other than the satisfaction of knowing they've helped you, how about the satisfaction that they personally made a difference? It's no different Whether you're selling a conference where you're going to train the whole world on how to evangelize the world, or whether you're feeding orphans, you're building a school to care for people, whether or not you're doing a nonprofit to help kitties and puppies or whales or whatever it is. I've talked to the Whale Foundation over in Maui on how to better market themselves. It's all the same. What's in it for your donators? Same thing as what's in it for your customers. Alrighty. Another question that I have here. Some of these questions are so long, I'm trying to get through here. It says, when someone is launching out, what are the first 3 things they need to get done to get traction? Jason asked me this. The first 3 things you need to do, Jason, to get traction is, number 1, know who you are and know why I need what you have. Whether it's a service or whether it's a product, it's imperative that you know who your market are, who is your ideal client, and what is this urgent pressing problem that you are fixing. Whether you're providing funds for orphans who have absolutely nothing, whether you're rescuing people out of human trafficking because they need and deserve rescuing, or whether or not you're selling cool shirts like this that freedomculture.com markets, or whether or not you're selling iPhones, or you're a salon stylist who does pink hair. Whatever it is, what is the urgent pressing problem that you're fixing, and what is the unique way that you are fixing that? When I went into the kitchenware business, the problem was you had to go face to face to some party to be able to buy a great mixer. Who's got time for that? And that was way even before social media took over our lives. I brought them online before anyone was selling them online, so I solved an urgent pressing problem. I did it with a unique solution because I said there's nothing in my store that's not in my kitchen. So I'm going to give you my personal satisfaction guarantee that I am personally involved in the things that I sell. And if it gets removed from my kitchen, it's going to get removed from my store. So you've got somebody personally interested in what you're doing, just like them. Very, very unique. I offered specials and discounts and personal recipes and personal connection. The relationship was the thing that made the difference. So you've got to have the people. You got to make sure that you have the product, something that is in demand. These mixers, this kitchenware, these blenders, they were in demand. Anything that you want to market, you've got to have the right people. You've got to have the right product they're already asking for. And you've got to have the ability to deliver the process to be able to sell that the clients are looking for. Not a business on the planet, not a ministry on the planet can go wrong with what's going on with the internet and social media. So those are the 3 things you need. You need the right people, you need the right product, and I need you to use the right process, which right now I believe is social media, where more people gather than anywhere else in the whole world. My friends, I want to close with this. On October 26th, I am going to spend an entire day virtually, so you have no excuse where you live. It's going to be recorded if you can't attend it live, so you have no excuse that you won't be able to attend it live. I'm going to answer some of the questions about social responsibility, about Twitter, about Facebook, what these big multi-billion dollar companies are hiring me for, and how can I still help small businesses. What you need to know about this mobile culture that is being driven by apps, no longer websites, apps, and how you can be there to serve billions of people. I hope you'll join me October 26th for this Mobile Marketing GPS Virtual Summit. Until then, I'll see you guys next week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.